chain on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not pressed with making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just where I live, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. Plain on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, if they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, if they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I'm on my job, I get it done, but you should know that. Shine like a sun, a 101, you should know that. I get the front and in the back, you should know that. No need to stun, it's never cap, you should know that. All I know, 10 toes, never fold. Bang roll, on the go. Ice wall, ice wall, ice wall. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, if they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, if they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I miss my baby, so I hit them on the FaceTime. I need it all for them, so no, I cannot waste time. Facing these oceans, feel the water on my waistline. We trust the process and my only know it takes time. You can get it, got no worries, I'm gon' make mine. Going global, I'ma get it out the state lines. Paying taxes at a more than what you make now. Different bracket, eating off a different plate now. For my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, if they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. For my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, if they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in.
Good morning all. Yes sir, hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. Happy today's Tuesday here. Have a look at what we got going on the charts, take it from there, and yeah, let's get everything set up here. Check the news for today, see what we got here. Calendar. So we have Chinese bank holiday, nothing too crazy. And yeah, clean day actually, even into at nighttime we have a bit of speeches from ECB. Otherwise really clean here, to be honest. Nothing, not even one red folder today. So yeah, nothing to worry about. Obviously we still have government shutdown, so no news coming out with that. And that continues, so we're still continuing there. No signs of solution, no signs of things getting better. Not better, it's not that it got worse, but you know, no signs that they're coming to an agreement is the word I'm looking for. So yeah, plan for today. Start off on daily time frame on gold, still managing to close bullish here. Another brilliant day yesterday of upside, and 4-hour time frame now as well, giving us more power towards the upside. Very strong close here on 4-hour, actually not breaking the high, which is the only alarming sign, is that we haven't broke the high yet. We are quite aggressively moving towards the downside. Really did not like this level here at 976 here, rejecting, bringing us back down to what we have here as our 1-hour support. So if we do retest this 1-hour support, we will be breaking previous 4-hour lows, which is, I think, did we break where's previous? No, previous 4-hour lows below the 1-hour support. Okay, interesting. So that's where we'd break previous 4-hour lows. Otherwise, this could be a nice little retest here, especially if we can get back above 65 here. So for me, if I can see us get back above 65, I'd be interested in buys. Yeah, especially above that 5-minute support here. I feel like we need to test 59 here, or 60. Would be nice to test 60 first, get that retest done so we don't have to worry about it. Gold has been doing a lot of liquidity grabs here. I've noticed it's been a little bit nasty over yesterday as well, liquidity grabbing once or twice before going. And here again, remember yesterday we had the exact same setup. Who remembers yesterday? If you didn't, it's not good. You need to remember yesterday we had bullish candle close here. Luckily no top wick, so didn't trigger us, but then wanted the deeper retest. The minute we got the deeper retest and it actually retested the level, then that created our upside move. So where is our level today? Well, our level today is down here. That's where our retest zone is going to be. So it'd be nice to see this tested first, honestly. Otherwise, there is a debate to run a big stop loss today of 80 pips and allow the retest, because we have the range if we want to retest the highs. So we'll see here in 5 minutes how price forms. Will be the 1-hour close. 1 hour will close pretty damn bearish here. 30-minute will look good. It's one of those situations where it's super tough, right? Because we have liquidity grabbed here, a small one, but do we want to actually retest the zone? It's a really tough one, man. It's a really tough one in terms of, do we wait or do we execute? I might have to execute and put stops below the range and play it like that, to be honest. And if I'm wrong today, I'm wrong today. Risk is managed. You get what I mean? So leaning towards that choice as well. Yeah, it seems like a logical choice here. Unless it just rejects now last 5 minutes and we get a really weak candle, then we can wait. So, I mean, it's not the worst. We have the range. Can I ask a question on this note? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. I'm going to open your mic. Or you're typing it. Okay, we'll answer your question after, because you need to type it. It's a blank chart, so I'll wait for you to type it if you're not going to open your mic. And we'll do quickly DAX analysis while we wait for his question. Daily time frame here on DAX has closed bullish here, again top of the range. So really tough spot to be in on DAX, to be honest. Pretty similar to yesterday. 4 hour looks like an absolute mess here. Yeah, DAX is in a very tough spot. Speeches yesterday didn't give us any clarity. So we're just stuck in this super tight spot here. We need to either break above. Break above. Yeah, we need to get above that daily resistance. Even in here is really messy. We are bullish bias today as well. We have so many 1 hour supports here, 1 hour support right there. Yeah, I want to see DAX get out the range. That would be nice if we got this out of the range. Then we see. Then we see how it is. Can I get detailed analysis on gold? We just did that. We just did that. So yeah, let's see this get out the range. I need more price action on this. Let's see where they open. Open can come down. We can take buys from the bottom of the range back up. That's possible. But if we just stay in here, it's going to be too messy. So pretty simple, to be honest. I want to see what gold is doing from here. 3 minutes. So let's see what you end up. Took this setup one, moving nice. So I thought I'd give it a shot. SL wide. What is this on gold? And then you put SL at the bottom of the range. Yeah, man, it's just you're buying the highs here. It's always a nightmare to buy the highs if it pulls back. So either you survive the pullback or it's gonna be game over, you know. If you check the times of all of these, you will realize that this is not the most ideal time as well for trying a 1 hour breakout here. Stop loss is the best you could have kept it. If you put it below the 1 hour low, I would have disagreed. So you have to keep it here. But if you check the time of this, this was yesterday, 5 o'clock, New York Open, right? This was, you know, basically just after New York Open, sorry. You check this breakout here. This is 5 a.m. Asian Open, which has been all good times. If you go back and check the London Opens here, we've barely had any breakouts London. Again, 5 a.m. breakout. What is 5 a.m.? 5 a.m. is Asian Open. Again, you check this time of this candle. This is 11. London, no continuation. It faked out. New York gave the continuation. So if you're looking at time analysis, based on all of the ones that you rightly highlighted here, all of these, even you can go back and check this one down here at 92s that you highlighted, this one here. Check this, 6 a.m., right? An hour after Asian, right? The last one I was showing you is 5 a.m. This is 6 a.m. The one you've taken today is going to be the 7 a.m. candle. So it's getting like, that's how much it matters. Like 7 a.m. candle is probably, you know, out of the data we have, it's maybe going to give you some headache here, right? So the only thing is, can you just survive? That's going to be the question here. It would be consideration that this is a 4 hour high and you really want the 4 hour high broken. That's a big factor in trading, right? Because that would give you massive comfort. You don't, this high, but I would have liked you to take it break a 4 hour high, keep you safe, right? Keep you safe. Also, limited pullback as well is a bit of an issue. All of these breakouts had some sort of pullback. It's like that at all-time high though. It's not over though. You can definitely still survive it. That's my point. So I'm thinking now what to do with the plan here. I might try a little bit of a longer time frame trade here. We haven't retest down here. I do believe there can be a retest down to there. So I can run a 70 pip stop. Yeah, I don't want to run the 70 pip stop. I rather have a smaller stop loss here, but at the same time, I don't want to miss the move. It's a very tough scenario, to be honest. Very tough scenario. What if I entered half? But then if it goes, you don't get paid. Shit, man. That sucks. Ooh, did it close below here? I think it closed below key level here. Yeah, we're below key level. Okay, that's interesting. So we need at least a 5 closing below. Not below, above, sorry. Look at us rejecting key level. Okay, so that makes our life a little bit easier. So what we need now is a 5-minute closing above. And if a 5-minute closes above after a deep bottom wick, I really doubt it to go down and grab liquidity again. If it's going to do it, it should do it now. So at that point, see, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to reverse engineer the trade now. I'm trying to think, okay, if it closes above now, right? If it closes above, where is it going to fail, right? Where is it going to fail? What is the signs we're going to get of failure? But this is great what it's doing so far. This is great. We can get the retest down here. And if it pushes through down here, then we kept safe, right? Yeah, this is exactly what we wanted. So hopefully it can continue down more and just finish the whole retest and we can be done with that story. But also, this is what I'm thinking again. If this is done and then we close a 5 above here, it has no business coming down again unless it wants to be super nasty. Which can happen. I've seen it before, man. Don't let the charts fool you. So this is what's in the back of my mind. So if this closes bearish, next one closes above, I'm actually happy to take it, to be honest. And if today I'm unlucky and it is really nasty and goes for that one more sweep, I guess I'll be stopped out, but then I'll be happy to re-enter because I still trust my idea. If I lose the re-entry, then I'm done for the day. That's it. Gave my idea 2 shots, doesn't work, call it a day, right? Then you're cooked? No, not cooked at all. Not cooked at all. Very, very calm. I would have predicted that. I'm discussing it now before it happened. So if it happened, I'm already ready for it. I've said, okay, fine. 2 trades I've taken, that's the mindset I have. I'm ready to lose that if that's going to happen. I'm also ready to win if my idea plays out. I'm not going to sit here and be like, okay, this is how you have to trade, right? You have to trade with that type of mindset. How do you figure to wait for retest or deep bottom wick by analyzing past price action at that time? No, in this case, it's simple. Why? Because we haven't retested anything, right? Every time gold retested something before continuing up. If we want to retest something, this is our last structure down here where my box is. So I want to retest something. This is retesting air at the moment. Just a couple of wicks. So we're getting a reaction from a wick zone. Early buyers. But if you look at yesterday, look, like this retested. Look, you see this is the same type of zone. One candle bullish, one candle bearish, one candle bullish. One candle bearish, one candle bullish, bearish. You see same pattern. And if you draw something like this, look, we retested the zone, then we got the buys. All the buys, earlier buys, you see this? Right, this one failed. Even though this retested into here, making it even stronger. But we wanted to retest where? The bottom of the range. Where's our bottom of the range here? Right? Is this. Why do we know it's the bottom? Because we have 2 retests here instead of 1 structure. Of course, in hindsight, this is the bottom before we have this clean LTA, but you get my type of point. So yeah, anyways, leave a like on the stream. 277 people here, 30 likes. Get the likes up to 100, guys. Don't sleep. Amazing analysis today. We're really going in depth. I'm giving you a lot of gems here. This is a lot of things traders online will not discuss. How to read price action like this. How did it go yesterday? You went to IC Stand? Yeah, IC Stand, pretty crazy. They have they bought for the expo. They're moving mad, man. They must be absolutely milking losing traders because they bought a stupid car, bro. What's the name of that electric car? The really fast one? Left my head, man. I don't know why. Begins with R. Shit, man. No, not BYD, man. Yeah, Rimac Nevera, man. They had a Rimac Nevera they bought for the expo. They also have a Bugatti Boldy, and they keep it all in one warehouse here in Dubai. Securing asset? I don't know about that, man. The guy's a bit insane. He just buys a car like that. They don't drive it as well. They should sponsor me and let me have access to their cars. That should be the deal, don't you agree? Alright, so finally we got the retest here. Actually, it can be a little bit deeper if it wants to. But now we need to see some sort of reactions, no? Dollar pumping, yeah, but then if the dollar starts to pull back, then the 60 level will hold and we can continue towards the upside. Bro, what's with DAX? Stuck in a range. Let's see how the open reacted to it. Oof. Moved down quite heavily here. And then now bouncing up. So we see changes of structure. We can make it towards the upside. But we're really limited on ranges here. Very tough ranges on DAX today. Dixie still has room for upside, which is a little bit scary for buying gold at the moment. We have to squeeze a little bit more out of Dixie. 98,400s Dixie has. Because this candle, this is how gold looks opposite way around, right? Look at this. I mean, it's not exact, but you can imagine this was the 50-minute support, and then gold is pumping down. So we have a little bit of room before we can see a reaction here, which is a little bit scary. So it's maybe telling me we're a bit early to buy gold. Maybe. So what we can do here is very easy. Don't let something like the Dixie put you off your trading idea, because it's not 100% exact, right? It's not 100% exact. So what we can do is we can just analyze the price action here and then trade based on the price action. Do you have nice drive on the track yesterday? It was first time? No, not first time. Send it like that first time, then I should be applying for F1. I'm thinking about this 5-minute bullish. Flip the 30. When you buy a G-Wagon? What do you mean? You ask me when will I buy a G-Wagon? Jesus. When I increase my lot size to at least 100, need 100 lots. Best car ever. Everyone has one. I do love them, but so many people have it here in Dubai. So many people. What car do you have? I have a Porsche. G-Wagon is smaller than people think. I do not fit in it. The seats are tight. They're not super... So now I'm trying to decide how I want to tackle price. Kind of feeling like just going break of 30-minute high, to be honest. Stop below this wick. I know it's a little bit later entry instead of getting in somewhere down here, but we have max confirmation, because if we get stuck in the range now and keep respecting 65, it's just going to be really choppy. Might go for one more sweep. If it wants to be very nasty, it'll go for one more sweep. Do you have top wick on broker? I do. So break of this high, I don't have to get caught in any of those nasty BS. $15-minute closes in 3 minutes. That's the other problem we have here. But honestly, I feel like I can still go break of 30-minute high. Where will you put SL? You tell me. That's it. Since you're asking, you tell me then. Tell me the price. Tell me the price. Tell me the price, bro. Price. You're telling me 1 hour. You tell me structure. You tell me support. Tell me the price. You're not concentrating. Do you lose live accounts? Yes. Looks like gold rejecting the bottom. Yeah, we'll see if it wants to continue up. $57,326. I think we can get away with below 60. 59, yeah, 35 below 60, I think, because we had the retest, right? So yeah, it will be nasty if it comes down again, but then I can just re-enter from lower. And that's the difference when I go break of 30-minute high. So I'll try optimize a little bit. If we didn't have the retest, then yeah, 100% below here. It's not a wrong stop loss below here, it's just a bit bigger, especially if you're going break of 30-minute high. See, break of 30-minute high is 90 pips there. 30-minute high is this wick up here. It's like extra confirmation. So that would be my plan for an entry. Like that. Now we have thunderstorm as well. Double trouble. Not thunderstorm. Setup 3. Sells will work better here. Yeah, if you want to sell here, you can sell. I'm not triggered into a buy yet, so maybe your sells can make sense for now. I'm more on the buy standpoint for now. I would like to take buys on gold. It's been the most profitable. It could retest lower again, but then I'm just going to get a better entry. My wick on current candle is only 2 pips lower than massive candle coming up from the high. Slightly different. Expect a lower retest like you said. We've got a lower retest. If it wants to retest again, should happen now. This is triggered in all the early buyers, right, who just take a break of this high because they're not analyzing higher time frame. So since they're not analyzing a higher time frame, they get stuck. Why don't you enter on reflip now? Because if you analyze this on the 5-minute here, like this, you can see, look how we won't clear any of these 5-minute resistances. So if we enter reflip, it can come up here. Well, let me show you on the chart, way easier. But what it can do is it can come up here and test this 5-minute resistance, reject this 5-minute resistance like it did in the past, and then you're again back in drawdown. All for London session to do what? Just range. Because that could be a possibility. We could range. But at least if I'm entering break of this high up here, I'm clearing everything. Right? I'm clearing everything. Hello, sir. My favorite trader, legendary trader, buying and selling. Very good, brother. Very good. I hear so many traders complain about consolidation. To me, it's the best opportunity. Yeah, I like it because after consolidation, you normally get a good move. It's worse when we come to the chart without consolidation because that means it's going to be harder to get in because price is already pushed. When you come to the chart with consolidation, much better. The problem is that it's boring if the session doesn't break out of the consolidation or if you're stuck in the consolidation. That's also sometimes a little bit annoying, especially if it's close to stop. If it's not close to stop, it's okay, but if it's close to stop in consolidation, it's a bit annoying. I've never seen you draw a zone before. Is this part of the new strategy? No, it's not. I've drawn many zones in the past. Maybe you're just new to the stream. Alright, did you meet FX Alex G on Expo? Yes, I met him multiple times. Shit, camera out of action, bro. I don't know what happened to my camera. I think I forgot to charge it. What's the highlights of FX Expo? Pretty busy, man. You know, it's good if you have a booth. A lot of people are interested to come see what you do, and you can meet good people there in the industry. You know, you get to meet all the people in the industry. Did he ask you to buy his course? No, he didn't. He didn't. How much did you take risk do you take on this trade? So with this account here, I'm only risking 150 to 200 bucks. This is our stream account. My personal account, I'll risk 10x that. Is this kind of expo for retail or institutions? Retail, man. A lot of retail are interested there. It's pretty cool. I had a few people come up to me and you know, introduce themselves, say that they watch me and they've seen me before. And they follow what I do, etc, etc. So see this 5-minute resistance here? This is a big question. What do we do here? Do we reject this or push through it? For now, we're pushing through it, but there's always a chance we could reject it. And then we're not going to be involved with any pullback or rejection from that zone. You see? That's what I'm scared about, that we reject this 5-minute resistance like this and then come back. But now if we break through it, it's going to give me more confidence. That's why I wanted to take break of 30-minute high. Because now, if see this rejection now, if it wants to fail, it should just fail here. But when I enter, it's going to be a little bit higher and hopefully there'll be no failure. But it can pull back after we enter, of course, but you know, it's just going to give us a safer entry. Ideally. Your camera is top right and cut off? Is it cut off? That's how, yeah, it is cut off. Then let's move it to top left here. Like that. See what I mean about that rejection? Why I wanted to enter a little bit higher? Keeps me safe from that. You notice that small detail? Well, most won't. Right? That's the point of this small detail. Keeps me safe and we're chilling. Great idea, Harry. Been here a while now, and I still nice to go over trade ideas and where to enter. Plenty of people would have been getting sweaty now. 30-minute high, obviously key. Yeah, and the way you can mentally note to yourself, how am I supposed to recognize that myself, is just look at the lower time frame ranges and be like, okay, which high do I break and I get out of this range? Because we know London has not always been. If we look at the big breakout yesterday, it was New York. So London is not always given us big breakouts, so we don't want to be stuck in the range. Now, the other way we can get in is we can try to buy from the bottom of the range here, which is an option as well. It's just going to be a little bit more of an aggressive style. But that's the way you can mentally tell yourself which way is going to make most sense. We'll even be able to reduce risk a bit if this ends up closing bullish here. We could probably move stops to below this candle low here. And then if it gets a bit sweaty, we can move it back. That's what's nice. Camera is still not good. It's the best we're going to see. I know it's not back in the camera box, but the camera box is out of charge. So we have to use this camera for now. If you would like, you can send me money. I'll buy a new camera and put it for you. I'm happy with that. That deal works. I'll send you the invoice. I'll also send you the invoice while I'm at it for my free knowledge that I'm giving you online. It will cost about 10K for about 700 streams worth of knowledge. Why always ask for money? You're already earning. If I ask for money every single time, you think I'll be showing up here daily for free? You think I'll be posting YouTube videos for free? So no, it's not. It's asking for money because people take things for granted, my friend. You will learn that. And it's a joke as well, but people can't take jokes. People take things for granted, man. You give a hand, they take an arm. You will learn that in life. It's just you're not in a position maybe to give someone a hand, so you haven't had your arm taken. But when you get your arm taken, it's annoying, right? So you have to set boundaries, set expectations, and make sure that you are respected for what you do because you have true intentions and really trying to make a difference for people. So this 30 is going to be interesting here because we will have a 30-minute setup 3, so I still feel it's valid. I still feel it's valid. Idea for me is still valid. 5-minute is just creating more structure. 30-minute would have a setup 3 as long as we're leaving that 65 level. Would it be nice for... I rather this close bearish than close bullish, to be honest, because bullish we have a weak doji candle here. The only thing is as long as it doesn't close below support. Close below support, we actually have something different here. Something different. Then we have to read price action and realize, closing below support. We need a softer dollar. Yeah, so by the time it triggers my entry, we probably are going to get a softer dollar. So that's why I'm also... I mean, you can be taking scalp entries in here. There's been some scalp entries in here. But the break out of the range, I think we're going to need a softer dollar will help here. So we did close above still, so I still feel like it's somewhat valid. Bottom wick is being made so I can keep my order in. Your camera is very small. What happened? My other one's out of battery, so I'm substituting. If you want, I can put no camera. I think that's better. Then I don't have to ask. Or you can also send me money for a new camera. I'll happily set it up right now for you. What track did you attack yesterday? It's called Dubai Autodrome. It's our track we have here. Can you put overlay inside the box on the left? No, this is not an overlay. This is zoom. I can send you the money, don't worry. It's all good, man. Keep it. Look nice in the dark. Yeah, they do it at nighttime. It's still a little bit hot. Harry, good morning. No picture from yesterday. I posted on my story some stuff. I mean, it's just hectic, man. It's hectic inside the expo. If you want, I can send how it looked inside the expo. And this is how it was just hectic inside, you know. I'm actually supposed to go today, I think. Man, you have good driving skills? Say, mashallah. This is how it looks inside the expo, man. It's just busy, hectic. Just hectic, man. Just hectic. What time did you get there? I was there till 2. Will be coming today. Would be lovely to meet you. I was there from 12 to 2 yesterday. I am politely pointing out that the camera, perhaps you don't see it, the camera is in a different position. You don't have to be so sarcastic every time. You didn't say you were using a different camera than usual. No offense, mate. Chill. I'm totally chill, man. Seems like you're the one a little bit heated up. And I actually did say that my camera ran out of battery. I'll be putting my substitute camera. If you didn't hear that, I guess I'll say sorry. But yeah, that's it, man. Not sure why it's so heated about a camera, man. It's a camera. We'll survive. What we need to see is gold get out of this range. Then we can start to get some entries. That's what would be amazing here. Do you know Nick Stewart? I don't know him personally, no. Harry, if you weren't a trader, what would you doing for work? Who knows? But I would have wanted to be a professional athlete. That's what I would have liked to be. Barcode, yeah, maybe we start to take buys from the bottom of the range. Let's see. This pullback is not bad for us because we can just buy from lower, but seems like Dixie's strength is still continuing here, you see. So Dixie now is retesting 1 hour resistance. Still room, man. That's the problem. We still have room on Dixie. Professional CS2 player? Probably not CS2. Maybe. Who knows? But sport more than likely. Do you think we have some good time to start some USD, Euro and USD as Dixie look like might be doing pivot rest of the year? We have to worry about this government shutdowns, man. This, you know, we need to see some data come out because maybe Dixie wants to start to bounce from here. I was expecting late October, but with these I wasn't expecting the government shutdown. So your idea is fine. I do expect some Dixie strength, some gold to pull back soon, but I didn't expect the government shutdowns to come actually, you know. So this is delaying that process. Yeah, DAX dumped heavy, but it's not really dumped heavy. It's just a load of BS actually. It's a load of BS. I'm not entering some clear good price action trades because of some variables that reduce. It goes away with practice. It'd be good if you send those trades and try to point out what's happening so I can see, right? Because what's the variables? You need to identify those variables. Super important. If you can't identify the variables, it's going to be very hard. do a 1k meme coin challenge. I've done that for myself and the result is I lost all. That's what happened. Wasn't too exciting. I was like, okay, 1k to 100k. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No, no. How to lose 1k fast, I should have titled it, man. Yo, bro, did you practice a lot in terms of being selective of trades, like controlling yourself, not taking the subpar ones? I only take ones that don't break my rules, but you can't be too tight as a trader that you take no entries and then the one you take still fails, right? You need to give yourself opportunity. Because with my strategy, the core rules are already pretty safe. So since the core rules are safe, if you're being safer than that, you're probably going to miss the opportunity. It's going to be hard to find a trade, right? It's going to be very hard to find a trade. All right, so if we break this low here, which is where where I haven't been entered yet, just so you know, it says waiting here. You can see my order hasn't been triggered, but it will change my stop loss. I'm thinking to maybe look for entries from down here. So like a 15-minute candle closing bullish, take a buy. That's my idea. But we're going to see, because it's still rejecting off the bottom of the range. Could quickly flip up and start to fly. And that's how we will be entered, I guess. So let's see. The good thing is we're not part of this range. We're not scalping here. So scalpers, they'll be able to profit in this range, maybe, if they know what they're doing. Majority of scalpers don't know what they're doing, so don't think that that's the end all be all. But for us looking for the bigger move of the day to break out of this range, we're in a really good spot. We're in a really good spot. Because otherwise we'd be stuck in this drawdown. Keep that in mind, right? Any entry, if we entered break of 15-minute high, break of this bearish candle high, totally stuck. Actually would have ended up a loss, I believe. How was the expo? It was good, man. Pretty busy. Some popular faces there. So anyways, this is a very important lesson today of how to place your buy stop properly and not be caught in a range, right? We didn't get caught in this range. Now we're just waiting happily. No bullshit. And if it wants to break the high, hopefully that's the time we get the bigger move, test 70 and push out the range. So leave a like on the stream if that was useful to you, something you learned today. Here every day, Monday to Friday, posting out value. So show some love for that. Leave a like on the stream, you know the drill. Get it up to 200 likes. Let's go. You went live on Instagram? No, but that's a good idea. I should have probably done that. Yeah. I'm supposed to go today. Should I pull up today? I'm tired from yesterday, man. I was up till 1 a.m. doing sport, being thrown around in a car. My body's in shambles, man. I should have tightened my 4 points more. Go live at the expo today? Yeah, we'll see. We can expect at least 2 trades a day combining London and New York. Good market conditions, yes. Otherwise, no. 1 trade a day. Maybe some days no trade day, and that's the reality of trading. That's a good day. If there's a day where there's no trades, mean that you followed your plan and you kept safe from taking trades that would have otherwise made you have a higher probability to lose. I'm going to repeat that. If you do not trade, right? If you do not trade in a day, you protect yourself against taking a position that would have otherwise lost. Okay? Or has a higher probability of losing. No, it's not valid because of this previous range. Right? You have all this. Oh, you've even marked it. 1 hour support, 30-minute support here. This 15-minute support here is too much of a mess. DAX is too much of a mess today. Look at this mess. Full mess. Wait for changes of structure, then it would be better. Alright, so gold pushing down deeper here. Let's see if we can get a deeper entry. So we're gonna, first idea, we're gonna scrap. It's a little bit boring, to be honest, that it didn't trigger. It would have been fun to have some pushes up to the top of the range. But we kept safe here. No loss is good. Now if we can take buys from the bottom here back up, will also be an option. So now we'll be targeting 65. So now let's just wait for that. That can come in the next 15-minute candle, to be honest. Any tips to get away from revenge trading? You have to walk away from the chart. So if you, the best way to get away is I use something called a AAA strategy. So if you take a loss, because that's what will cause you to revenge trade is if you take a loss. So I use something called the AAA strategy. And the first part of the AAA strategy is to accept the loss. Second part, before you want to FOMO back in and revenge trade, analyze what happened, spend time journaling, allows yourself to calm down. And then after that, you adapt. You change anything that needs to be changed. And you simply, if you're still feeling heated up about the trade, you've done the work, you've done your homework, leave the charts, right, and come back later. If you are just suddenly jumping back in, you have a gambler's mindset. You need to learn not to have a gambler's mindset, and you are just gambling. So you have maybe an addiction. If that continues, then you have an addiction. And to get over that addiction, you need to be able to break your habits by introducing good habits in other aspects of your life, right? Habits that force you to be disciplined elsewhere, to make you do things that you don't really want to do most of the time. So if you keep on doing that, even though you don't want to do it, such as basic stuff as a kid, we used to not want to make our beds, then we started making our beds. You know, those are the type of things. You keep increasing those things in your life. Going to gym, doing cardio, running. Then you force yourself to build that mindset, and then you apply that mindset for trading. Do you meditate or manifest? No, I don't meditate. I don't manifest. Like, I don't purposely sit there and manifest. I want to have a yacht. Please give me a yacht. Manifestation. I don't do that, you know. I don't sit there like that, you know. For me, if I set a goal, I just do my best every single day. I vision things, right? You want to vision where you want to be, because if you, it's the same as driving a car, same as anything, right? You have to look where you want to go. So you can imagine where you want to go. It's the same thing, you know? I get, it's a form of manifestation, but I don't do that intense manifestation, you know? Do you really want a yacht? No, no, not here. Useless. Where? You just go to the Palm and back. Useless to have one here. Mess, man, mess. since these wicks tapped it, I think a 5 close above here is the tightest shot you have. And then this is the only way you can play DAX today, is if we get a 5 closing above here, you push it to get to previous 4 hour and try to get back to that 1 hour support. That's the only way we can play DAX today. It's a very complex way actually. Can aliens help us with trade entries? I wonder. Maybe they are maybe the aliens are Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto. Maybe he's the creator of Bitcoin and that's actually who the real creator is, an alien. Who knows? Who knows? Bro, gold at $4,000? Yeah, futures is at $4,000. Well, it tapped 4,000. Are you learning other setups when you are not trading? No, I just review and see if there's things that need to be changed. What's the channel name where you did podcast with Raja? It's called Way On Convo. Type Way On Convo, you'll find it. Why not answer my question? I don't know. I don't see it. It's insane to know that how dumb we are, and we create these things in our mind that we're not even thinking about these things that yet they're inventing. What's your risk percent on trade on your personal account? Up to 3%, I'm pushing it. On DAX, there's a previous 15-minute level. I'm relying on these wicks. So we tapped it, yeah, but we tapped it. You see how many times we tapped it? 1, 2, 3. Here we tapped it 1, 2, 3 as well. So you just have to try to push through. Otherwise, there's no room to previous 4 hour. 4 hours also. So you have to make a gamble. You're like, okay, that's the only way to trade DAX today. Otherwise, you just don't take the trade. You have to rely on us pushing from this. It will also be break of 15-minute high. It's just the only way. Otherwise, it's super tough. I mean, look at this 1 minute. Looks like shit here anyways. This is very risky. We need 1 minute structure. Then I'll be able to take this. Without, I just don't like this price action. It's just very difficult. Way on or beyond? Way on, way on. So let's see if we can close like this, break these highs maybe, or break this high at least, which is the 15-minute high. We can run a tighter stop loss here, just of like 12 points. But we need 1 minute structure here because I don't trust that at all. That is like looking sketchy to me. So let's wait for one. If this just flies, it's not a good trade, right? Because we don't have the confirmations here. Unless we run a stop loss like this. But that doesn't make sense to me on today. Ooh, no top wick here. We need to check how that looks on broker. Gold is trying to recover as well. So let's see how the 15-minute close on gold. A close back in the range could be interesting. Yeah, so we do have top wick on brokers. Not the worst thing, but again, no 1 minute structure. Well, actually, we do have a bit of 1 minute structures here on broker. That's interesting. A lot of gaps though. DAX is at previous 15. You're not listening, man. You're really not listening. I've mentioned that 6 times what you would have to do to be able to trade DAX today. Here's the 1 minute structure we need. Ooh, this could be interesting here if we re-break the high. If we re-break the high, it could be the push here. Then we have to break even at previous 4 hour. Yeah, that's the 1 minute structure we want here on DAX. This is nice. So now we'll be able to push through that. Near to opening, 10 minutes is enough because we have a 5 minute trade. We would expect this candle to do the push. So we want it to flip. 5 minutes is risky, yeah. 5 minutes gets a bit tight. I also don't like 5 minutes. But 10 minutes is not too bad. I'm gonna see if we can flip and get out of here. Put a buy stop for myself. Actually want a little bit more room. It's a bit of spread is a little bit wider here. If this candle closes bearish, we have 5 minutes to open. It's a tough scenario. Now we have 1 minute structure coming through. So if we want to continue up, we have to break this high. Otherwise, we're going to re-break this low. It's going to come deeper, and then I delete my buy stop because we're getting too close to open. So really, this next 1 minute candle is going to make the decision here. It's either going to come up, break the high, or it's going to come down, break the low. That's the decision it's going to make now. And then from that decision, we only have, after this candle, we only have 1 minute left to the next 5 minute candle. So this candle has to make the decision. If this candle closes above here, we can continue to hold here. Next candle should have the possibility to break the high and continue. Last 5 minutes, we should have some upside price action. If this comes down and breaks the lows here, then it's going to be a different scenario, right? Because now we're looking more bearish. We want to maybe stay out of this and not be involved and stuck in drawdown before the open. So we'll see 21 seconds. Lot can happen on DAX in 21 seconds. It's how DAX works sometimes. But we will have our answer pretty soon. Yeah, it's an interesting close here, man. 5 minutes to open. Shit, man. What a decision. Yeah, I have to get rid of this. Unfortunately, it's too close to open. And this is showing me no volume. It's just stuck. And I don't want to get triggered and then it dies. And then I'm stuck at open with this stop loss. Not going to survive, man. So if it goes, it goes. What can I do? Let's go back and check what gold is doing. Gold is still continuing down. So we're still going deeper on gold. Counter trend today on gold. I'm not too interested on counter trend just yet. I will sell during NY session. But during London, I didn't want to be a seller just yet. 4 hour close too strong for me to be a seller. We could grab liquidity from 4 hour low. Bro, when is the Dubai trip giveaway coming? Gonna do it in winter. Still hot here in Dubai. We need to be able to do it in winter. I'll actually send out, maybe by next week, I'll start to send out the forms and do the application process. But it's still hot for people like to go out and do activities and stuff like that. It's also getting really busy. So I might do it just after the December holidays. After like maybe into the beginning of next year. Because everything is super expensive right now for... Because when someone comes down, I'm not going to pay for their food, all of this stuff, you know. They have to somewhat be sustainable themselves. I had this one, but this gave a setup 3. Yeah, I like this, man. I especially like the 15 close above here. This is a great setup. I like this, man. Liquidity grab downside. Good break-even point at the 1 hour. This is a perfect trade, man. Yeah, nice. Very good, man. Very, very good. You had 1 hour close as well. This is very good. Not 1 hour. 1 hour resistance break even, sorry. Yeah, man. These are good trades. These are very good trades. All right, so open coming here in 3 minutes. Let's see what happens here. I stayed sitting watching it because I already got near the daily. No, those are good, man. Remember, you're trading back towards a target. You're not trading at the highs. These are different because, see, we didn't tap daily. You wrote it here. And then you are trading back towards the daily. You're not buying here super close to daily. You're trading back towards the daily. So it's actually safer to go there than safer to go above the daily, because above the daily is late maybe. So with open here, we could have a trade where we take it break of high if this 5-minute candle closes bullish here, but it depends on how the open forms itself, right? So if 5 closes bullish here, I could take an entry here, break of high, which would close the 15-minute bullish above here. Would be nice to get it above previous 15, the 15-minute candle close. I would like that. That would be even better. But we don't get everything we want. Then we rely on this 30-minute, and then we have to go maybe a little bit aggressive at previous 4 hour. But again, the open, it's not guaranteed if we can get a setup because of the way it opens, right? And it's going down now anyways. So let's just see. Let's just wait here. We still have a minute and something. Minute and what? 40 seconds. Like the second was the first I didn't like. What do you mean the second was the first? I like both trades, personally. So last 1 minute of the open, till the open, sorry. I mean, if this just now blasts towards the upside, it's done. So what we want the open now is we want it to close like this. This is a nice close. And then next candle to make bottom wick and give us a chance to place a buy stop. And then hopefully be able to get an entry. Last 30 seconds, we'll see what price action does here. Oh shit, last 10 seconds pushing bullish. No, all right, that's the entry. Unfortunately pushed past where our entry could be. Now we're tapping that previous 4 hour right before open. Wow, open gapped anyways. Yeah, no chance today, no chance. No chance. Look at the, yeah, no chance today. That's how open is though, you know, it can be very hit and miss like that. So it keeps us safe. We're not breaking our plan, and that's how we have to trade here. You know, if it gives us the conditions, we take it. If not, then we don't want to be part of this bullshit right now and get stopped. Still not hit 1-to-1? No, nothing, man. This is tough, this, you know, the way it opened as well. Gold is continuing down bearish here. I'm just not a seller just yet on gold for me. I will be a seller during NY, but it's too early to be a seller on gold just now. The buys have just been too rewarding over the past days, and to say that today that's gonna finish is hard to be that guy. Right? It's hard to be that guy to say that it's just... Can we just enter the trade and not use BE? Yes, that is fine. Because for me, any pullback like this, I'm just seeing as opportunity, man. We come retest yesterday's New York highs. This is yesterday's New York highs. It's if you look at this, this would just retest yesterday's New York high. It's a great zone to buy. You know, it's just giving me more range. Like, what? Why does gold have to stop here? It doesn't. Every 4-hour candle bearish close has been bullish. It's led us into bullish price action. Bullish price action. Yeah, there are some deep pullbacks, but all of those pullbacks have been opportunity. All. Respected previous 4-hour, pretty strong here. You yawned 3 times bullish bias? Yeah, sorry. I needed to sleep a little bit more yesterday, but I was enjoying myself. Took an L, anything you do differently? What did you take here? Let's have a look. Yeah, personally, I wouldn't trade. When was this? When was this? I need more context. Time. I mean, personally, I don't like this in London, man. I don't know why you're trading Dow in London. Breakouts hard. You know. You need this is a New York trade by far, man. So what interested you to trade this? How many have you been trading Dow in London for a lot? Have you experimented on these deep breakout trades? So what's the win percentage of these? Yeah, 65 on the deep closes, huh? Not like a tight close up here, deep close. What is the and also what is the win percentage of that with mixed bias? You need this data, man. You need to collect this type of information. With a mixed bias, a deep candle close in London session, what is the win rate? I can tell you the win rate for all my setups on different scenarios. Right? So maybe it's fine. There's nothing wrong with this. But maybe this type of setup in London is only like a 50% win rate. You know? So if you notice this be a trend, and if you're going to include this, you need to do some homework, jump on Pip Labs, run a couple of London sessions, look for these, start to collect data. Right? Then you're going to know, okay, this is 50% win rate. If you see it become a 68% win rate, 65, yeah, it's profitable. So this was just a day where I hit the rest of the percentage that I had to lose. I'm not going to worry about it. Move on. You see? Doesn't really become a bad thing. But without data, you're lost, right? Because you can't say, we need to be accurate, right? You need to test this specific scenario on multiple iterations. You did answer my question. Are you trolling? I'm not trolling, bro. You're trolling. Because you're not asking me a question. How to backtest a specific setup or condition. When I go on Pip Labs, I just do normal things, analyze, then look for the setup. But how to backtest, you only look for that. So you're skipping till you see it. You're not simulating, you're backtesting, you're collecting data. So it's really fast. So you just go to a session, you look for that specific scenario, do a quick markup, like literally, quickly scan through the levels. And you're just, so what you do is you look for that scenario. Say I'm looking for his scenario. I'll go on US 30 London session only. I'll look for setup 1 in London session. I checked. Is it mixed bias? Yes. Is it deep close? Yes. Take it. See what the results are. Log. Skip to next session. Only London session. Skip. I don't even mark up. I don't mark up. I look for that setup. If that setup there, then I mark up. Otherwise, you're wasting time. I just check if there's levels. I don't even name the levels. I just put the lines really quickly. Skip to next session. Boom. See if it hit TP SL. Mark it down. Keep going. See if I can collect at least 10, 15 trades to get a first idea. 10, 15 trades because it's a specific scenario. 10 trades will be enough to understand because it's a specific scenario. Ideally, we want 50 trades, 100 trades, but you're not going to have the time. So yeah, that's how it is. When I backtest, I'm really profitable, but in the live markets, I'm not. How do you explain this? Without seeing your trades and seeing what you're doing differently, I wouldn't be able to give you the most accurate answer. So if you were to speak to me directly, I could give you the most accurate answer. But since I can't, the most likelihood is psychology. That's the most likely thing I said. You're more scared to hold trades when you're trading live. You're scared to enter trades. Maybe you're closing your winners early and letting your losers run. These are the common issues, right? These are the common issues. But if you really want detail, then I would need to see your trades. That's what I ask the guys in the group always. Send me your trades. You hear me say it all the time. Send me your trades. Send me your trades. Then I can really get a deep understanding, right? Because it might not be such an easy solution, right? Might not be such an easy solution. So I don't want to tell you that. You go try it and it doesn't work. So I'm also telling you what it could be, something more in depth than that, right? Or it could be as simple as that, right? That's the nice thing. The nice thing is when you have a solution. Anyways, guys, I'm going to call it a session here. Unfortunately, nothing triggered my buys. I'm not seeing any supports being formed here. DAX was messy. We kept safe. Now it's just ranging here. This is a session that's a little bit messy, man. This whole session, we pushed down and now we started the session around here. Look where we've ended up. This is where the session started when we came to the charts. We had Frankfurt open, push down. Now we pop back up. We have gone nowhere. No progression. Gold has had progression, but I was not a seller today. Today I was looking to be a buyer. I am still looking to be a buyer, but I need structures to form. Probably changes of structure. We have stupid buying range now. If this shit wants to go up today, we have almost 250 pip range. 250 pip range, right, is massive. So we have a lot of room to do it. So see what Joel did today on GU. He's trading GU. Let's see. Ooh, setup number 2. That's a nice one. Retest back to this. Oh, this is a great one. I like this. With continuation, break even here. See what happens. Sweet. Let me just double check everything's okay here because sometimes 30-minute can be iffy. With a 30-minute setup 3. Yeah, that's a no-brainer, right? 30-minute setup 3. 1 hour closing bearish. 15-minute setup 2. 5-minute thunderstorm. Clean. You have everything there. Everything you need. I got a trade on USD was slow. Let's see what you got. We'll see. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Much love. Take care. Tradesharpe. Hopefully catch you tomorrow's stream. And yeah, appreciate you all as always. Have a good rest of your day. Hopefully NY we can catch these buys on gold. If it's gonna change bias, we have some selling ranges as well. So much love and peace. Cheers, guys.